Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dr. J, and I thought I would come on and do a video just kind of giving an update on what we did for this first semester for the 2015-2016 school year. And this was a different kind of year for us because this was the first time I had a middle schooler, and also since the twins were in upper elementary, this was the first year that I was homeschooling where nobody was trying to learn to read or learn to write, and we could really get delve deeply into some things. So that was new, and we did a lot of things differently this year, and I'm going to talk to you guys about kind of how those things worked out for us. Um, One of the things that we did differently this year is that the kids did a lot of new like a lot of outside classes this year. For instance, locally, one of the things that they did was all three kids took a 16-week course in EV3, Mindstorm EV3. Now, we own Mindstorm EV3 and Mindstorm, the earlier edition, Mindstorm NXT, and they had played with those and, built bots and did bot fights and stuff like that, but they really hadn't had a lot of formal instruction in using them. So it was nice for them to be able to take a course and to have it be, not a little like weekend thing or something like that, but something where they really got an opportunity to learn the system and work with the system and work with their instructor. And it was really good. They learned so much. I was really impressed with how much they learned over those 16 weeks, and I'm really glad that they took that course. Another 16-week course that the twins did was Scratch programming. Again, they have worked with Scratch kind of a little bit in the past, just played around with it, but they were pretty much novices going into the course. And by the time the 16 weeks was up, they had each actually programmed their own video game using Scratch. So I was really, really happy with the results of that. And I'm really focused now on doing more like long-term courses over the school year because I definitely see the results of having a consistent, dedicated, deep approach to learning things rather than kind of like, oh, hey, play around with this for, an hour and then, move on to something else. I see they got a lot out of being able to kind of delve deeply into stuff. One thing that Speedster did, a 16-week class that Speedster took, was Vex Robotics, and it was a great fit for him to do a Vex Robotics course at the same time he was doing an EV3 course because he really got to see the different systems in action. Vex builds are completely different than EV3 builds. It's a very different type of system. The programming is different. And it was nice because Vex is kind of a bit more of an advanced robotics tech kit to work with. And he had never worked with Vex before. So this was a really, really good opportunity for him. And he learned a lot, got to learn with some other kids and stuff. And so that was really neat. So I was really glad that they did that. An online class that the twins took, they took a beginning architecture course, and this was a class I'll probably do a review just by itself on this course because I was really happy with it, but I went into it completely blind because I had never heard anybody talk about it. I'd never really seen it before. I just kind of found it, and it was phenomenal. It was a 9-week course, and basically what would happen was the twins would get their assignment, and they would do their assignment through the week, and at the end of the week, they would turn in their assignment, and they turned in their assignments via video, and then their teacher would give them feedback on how they did for their projects. And I was really happy because they actually learned really good foundational concepts. It wasn't just like, oh, build a bridge, oh, do this, oh, do it. It was really taking them step by step through some of those foundational things that you would need to know for architecture. So I was really, really impressed with it. So that worked out really good. Another online class that the twins took was Minecraft Math through Gifted Homeschoolers Forum. And this was really neat. It was, I think, 15 or 16 weeks, and they had an hour-long course, online course. Well, the first half hour they would be in an online classroom learning the mathematical concepts, and then the last half hour they would actually go onto their Minecraft server and basically use the concepts they had just learned. And when you're looking at Minecraft, you kind of that there's math in the coordinate system and stuff like that, but there was so much more math embedded in the Minecraft program than I was even aware of. And they got to do things like, do exponents and square roots and perfect squares and all that sort of stuff, and programming formulas and functions into Minecraft, and that was really really cool. They really enjoyed the course. They would like have homework and all that sort of stuff. They get really good feedback from the teacher. She was extremely responsive. The course was great. They loved it. There's a second semester to the course that was actually an advanced math class that was going to go more into algebra concepts. The only reason why they're not taking that is because I forgot to register when they sent the link for registration, and by the time I remembered to register, the class is full. So that's the only reason why they're not taking the second semester of it. But to make it up to them for not signing them up for it, all three of them are actually going to go through a course where they're going to build a Minecraft server. So that's my fault, mommy, sorry to them, as they get to build a Minecraft server. Online course that Speedster is in is actually a year-long course, and but it's not like 12 months or 9 months. It's more like around 5 months long, but it started like October, and so it's not that like traditional semester course, and it's a writing class, and it's based on IEW, but the teacher writes all of her own stuff, and she uses those IEW concepts, but she does it in a unique way. And I really like the class because it's not overwhelming. There's not too much work. It puts writing in the place that it needed to be for us at this particular time. And so the class meets for an hour and a half once every 2 weeks online, and then you have 2 weeks to do your assignments. And the assignments are very clear, lots of choices. She sends very in-depth instructions to the student as well as to the parent, and it's been a really good fit for us. I've really liked it. Speedster has really liked it. It worked well for him, and it's been good for me, because IEW, there's a lot of parent interaction that goes into IEW based writing, and so those kind of concepts that I needed to learn because I wasn't familiar with it, it's very clear the way that she's implementing them. Another thing that's kind of cool about it is that his teacher is actually based in Israel, and so that's kind of cool too, to have a teacher out of the country and stuff like that. So you get those kind of concepts and stuff too, which was really cool. This was the first time Speedster was part of a math circle, and that worked out very, very well because it was a way for him to meet with other kids and play around with these, concepts he was learning in his pre-algebra course. And the teacher, he was really cool. We're going to continue with him this semester. We just haven't set the schedule yet because he actually teaches at the local university. He's working on his PhD in math, but he also teaches there as a graduate student. And he has to get his college teaching schedule set, and then we'll get in when we fit in our little group. So that was cool. They did rocketry work through NASA's education office. We worked with somebody. He was, before he went to work for them, he was a high school physics teacher. So he took a small group of kids and started really teaching really good concepts in rocketry, and they got to launch some rockets and design and build their own rockets. And then what they're going to be continuing with it for a second semester, and going in and tweaking what they originally built, the original designs, and seeing how those tweaks change and learning some more advanced math and stuff that goes with it. So that was really, really, really cool. Some of the things that I taught, people are like, I thought you homeschool, but some of the things that I taught that went very well. Math, Beast Academy has been working extremely well for the twins. I cannot recommend that highly enough. If you have kids that are good in math and like math, they need to have both those things. It's kind of the same as with art of problem solving, where it's not enough just to be good in math, you have to like it, and it's not enough just to like math, you have to be good in it for this program to be a good fit. But that Beast Academy has been a great fit for the twins. They're doing the third grade version of Beast Academy, and it's great. It's a good fit. It's a good amount of challenge, and to just put it in perspective, like Faster Fox, for her achievement testing, she's doing math at the 6th grade level, and still the 3rd grade level of Beast Academy is a good fit. So that kind of gives you a perspective of how it goes. Um, so that was really good. Another thing that has been a big hit is Michael Clay Thompson's grammar program. The twins are doing level 1, Speedster's doing level 2. I cannot say enough about Michael Clay Thompson. That program is just phenomenal. I absolutely love it. It's great fit for them, great fit for me. So, I mean, they actually ask for it, and they're retaining the concepts. I mean, it's the way that it talks about, prepositions and nouns and I mean, it's just so beautiful, and it flows so well. And I use it, especially with the twins. I actually bring in like Montessori grammar manipulatives in with it too. So that works really well for us. People are interested in knowing more about Michael Clay Thompson. I can do a video on that. The Logic of English Essentials program, been a really good fit for the twins. That's what we're doing more so for like kind of spelling. Um, and that's basically what we're using it for, but it's fun for them. They're really enjoying it. They're having a lot of fun with it. So that's been a really good fit for us as well, for this first semester. Speedster, he did a basic electronics course, and my husband actually was more of his guide for this one as opposed to me, but he used Thames and Cosmos. Basic Electronics for Tomorrow's Inventors, I think was the name of the book. Extremely good. He really enjoyed it. You can look on the kids channel to see all of his builds for it. He did all the building on breadboards, but he really enjoyed it. Learned a ton. He didn't think he was going to enjoy it as much as he did, but he ended up learning a lot with the program, and he's actually going to go on to working with basic electronics, but adding in Arduino for this next semester because he really enjoyed it a lot. Salamander, in his building course that he was doing, I was putting together like a lot of different materials for that. The architecture course kind of fit in with that as well, but his doing his building work was really good. We're going to be continuing a lot with building. I'm trying to think of the other stuff that we did. I mean, we did a lot. 4-H was a really big thing for us, and we're gonna be doing some really exciting things with them for next semester as well. I really love 4-H because it gives the kids an opportunity to learn and grow, and that's what my 4-H group is really all about, is that all the kids are learning. So it's we've been adopted by a group from our local university, a college club adopted my 4-H group. So we're going to be talking to space station. That's exciting. I mean, that's like a once in a lifetime opportunity for the kids to actually have a live conversation with the astronauts on the International Space Station. They're going to be doing helping them understand and work and probably even get certified in ham radio. They're going to be doing some more rocketry stuff. So that's extremely exciting. We are going to be doing some work with some other people in the community, just teaching them different things. We have a weather group coming in. They're weather hobbyists that do like storm chasing and that sort of stuff. They're going to be teaching the kids about learning how to look at meteorology from a hobbyist perspective, because none of the kids, they're not necessarily interested in being meteorologists, but just seeing it, like, you don't have to be a meteorologist to know that weather's cool and fun and interesting. So that's going to be some of the stuff we're going to be doing. You guys can see I'm in the middle of planning. Can y'all see all my planning stuff back here? So I'm still like, even though semester starts on Monday, so Faster Fox, you guys know she's really into astronomy. So what she's going to be doing, this is one of her books, but she's going to be focused on I'm trying to look for stuff. She's going to be focused on constellations and learning the constellations for astronomy for this semester because she went through a telescope training kit that I got for her. It was Thames and Cosmos, and it was a training telescope because for her birthday, she got a really, really advanced telescope from her grandfather. And so I said, before I let you play with this, let's really learn how to use telescopes. So she really learned how to use telescopes and understand how telescopes work. So now, to make sure that she can understand what she's looking at, she's going to be learning constellations. She knows some of the constellations. She really self-taught herself some constellations, but I wanted her to know all the constellations that kind of are generally put into astronomy work now, so that and I felt like that was a good fit for upper elementary because she knows most of the, like, what you would consider elementary level stuff for our solar system, the planets, and different things like that. But some of the more advanced or upper level astronomy stuff, there's so much really higher level math, and I didn't want her to be overwhelmed with that. So I thought a good area of focus for this coming semester was going to be on astronomy. We got some. We have the regular Makey Makeys, but Makey Makey came out with the new kit. So these are Makey Makey Goes. So we got a few of those. So we're using those. The twins are going to be doing this Go Box Garage from Dexter Industries, and you basically, you guys can see in there, has Raspberry Pi and the Go Box. Let me see if I can get this out. All the little cords, and then the GoBot base kit is in there, and what it is it's actually a monthly subscription service. So this is the first mission that they're going to be doing for this month, and then each month they get a new mission. They get 12 months worth of missions, and the thing that I like about this is that it has them do the missions in both Scratch and Python. So that's one of the things that the twins will be doing while Speedster is doing his Arduino course. Another thing, Speedster is going to be taking the Explore test, ACT Explore. Have that that he's going to be sitting for. Plus, they're still going to be continuing with things like their literature circle that they're doing, the grammar programs that they're doing. Going to be getting set for, Speedster has 2 science fairs that he's going to be participating in this semester. The twins have 1 science fair. They all are going to be competing in a robotics competition. They have a lot of work just preparing to talk to Space Station. That's going to be a lot. They have some other kind of fun things that we got out there for them to be doing. And just prepping for summer, because summer is going to be really, really busy as well with some of the projects and programs that they're going to be doing. They got some big personal projects that each of them are going to be doing. Salamander is going to be doing a huge building project that he's really excited about. Plus, he's still modifying the longboard that my husband gave him. That's pretty much now a tractor because we took the blade off. And he's trying to put in some solar aspects to that he's really excited about. Faster Fox is doing some really big Geek Chic projects, as well as some big astronomy projects and some other couple projects that she's working on. Speedster is doing a few projects that he has up his sleeve that he's really excited about, some in aeronautics and some in some other areas. He's playing around with a lot of different areas because that's really what middle school is all about. So we kind of gave him like all these ideas and see what he wants to do. He's really excited about a summer program that he's going to be doing, where he's going to, it's another residential program, so I'm going to miss my baby for a few weeks this summer. But the opportunities that he gets to have the courses that he'll be doing, he'll be on the coast, and he'll be doing things like a marine biology course where he'll be out there actually in the water doing some work with marine biology. He's going to be doing some animal course that is for kids that are interested in wildlife, wildlife science, and so they'll be doing some real stuff with that. History, he's really into, you guys know he's always been interested in geography, and now that's gone into history a little bit, so he'll be doing some history work, and also working with some alternative energy projects that are transportation based. So he'll be learning how to apply alternative energy to land, air, and sea vehicles. So he'll be working in all those domains. And so I'm really excited because it gives him an opportunity to kind of do some stuff that he can't do here in our landlocked place that we're in, and with the mommy who's scared of animals. And he also is going to be doing Space Camp Robotics. A lot of people know about Space Camp. They don't, may not know that Space Camp actually has just a robotic space camp that goes into advanced robotics, including underwater robotic vehicles and stuff like that, where they actually get in the tanks and work with these vehicles and stuff. So he's excited about doing those sort of things. So we're going to be really busy. Dance, all three are still in dance, and in addition to getting ready for recital, Speedster's tap class is actually going to 2 different competitions. The twins, for dance, like they do jazz, and Salamander Speedster do hip hop, and then Salamander, he's just really good in acrobatics, and they were really wanting him to stretch so he could do more acrobatics and dance. So he actually started a trampoline and tumbling class where they do like trampoline gymnastics, lots of tumbling, that sort of stuff. And Faster Fox started that class as well because she's going to be starting hip hop next year. And so the school that they're in, they're very much competition based, so they really have the kids doing just this crazy stuff that I pretty much have to close my eyes for. And so a lot of the kids come from a gymnastics background. My kids didn't come from a gymnastics background. They had just played around with it when they were really small. So now they're kind of going in there and learning a little bit more gymnastics so they can do those things. Track starts for us. Their first indoor track meet is actually tomorrow. And then once we hit summer is when we do lots of track meets in a very short amount of time. So I think we have about 2 or 3 indoor track meets this year, and then outdoor track meets we'll probably have 5 or 6 that they'll be participating in. So we're staying really busy because in addition to their schoolwork, you do a science fair, that's like hours that the kids have to dedicate to that, and they have to do their own work. You don't, that's the one thing about like Intel based science fairs, the kid has to do the work. They will find out in really quickly if the child didn't do the work, because there's a really intensive interview process that goes with it and stuff like that. So just getting ready for those science fairs, and all we can do is just say, okay, what materials do you need, buy that, and give them time to work on it. So just getting prepared for those is like hours and hours and hours. So we got a lot going on. I have been very happy with how things have been going. The only thing that I'm really changing about our day in the start for this spring semester is the way I do our daily planning. And I just, I moved the composition books. I just put them together, but they basically have composition notebooks, and they're just blank composition notebooks. And what I'll be doing is writing like a check sheet for the day. So this is what you do each day, and they'll be, checking off as they do their daily projects, but then they'll also be writing a summary at the end of each day for how the day went, and then I will be writing a summary for how I saw the day as well. And that's going to be something that we're going to be doing every day. So in about a month or so, I'll give you guys an update on how that's going, and how that's working for us. Um, I'm so glad that you guys know I did the video on bookkeeping, and I'm so glad that I started to do more record keeping, because this is the first time like Speedster actually is going into a program where I have to provide a report card. So this is the first time that I was like, it's a good thing that I went ahead and started doing good bookkeeping so that I would be ready, because I didn't know I was going to have to provide a report card and stuff for it, and a transcript and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really glad that I kind of went into this year going, okay, middle school, I'm going to learn how to record keep, because one day I may need to, because now I actually have to provide that stuff a lot sooner than I thought I was going to need to. So I'm happy that I kind of went into it thinking that I was going to have to do that. But that's about it. So that's kind of what we have planned, and or what we did and how things work, and then kind of what we have planned going into it. They got some more stuff planned. They got a couple few more, like they're doing some more advanced robotics classes. Now that they've done kind of the first level of robotics classes, they're going to go into some more advanced robotics classes. The twins are going to do an advanced scratch class and some other sort of things. So we have lots of things going on. It's really been, I'm glad with the decisions that we made around our homeschool, keeping focused and laser focusing on some things, and knowing what makes sense and what fits for us for bringing it in to our homeschool has been great. The house is a tornado right now, because when you're in planning mode. So hopefully I can get everything all picked up and stuff before we start on Monday. And I hope this helps. Like I said, if you guys have any questions about any of the things that I talked about, definitely let me know, and I will try to pop in and do some videos. Let you guys know, like, I've been doing a lot of videos because we kind of been off for 2 weeks. So when we start back again, y'all, it'll be like here and there until summer. And then summer I'll have tons of videos, because my kids do so many camps, and their day camps are like all day, like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and they do 5 weeks of camp. So I'll be like on here like 4-5 videos a day, like bam, bam, bam. But until then, be out. So I'm gonna be, having my head down and just trying to get through the day, probably from now until May. So I'll come on and I'll do some videos when I can. And if you guys have questions about some of the stuff that we're using, I will answer those when I can. But you guys, it's a whirlwind. I mean, every single week there's something crazy that we have to have our hands in, and getting ready for some really, really big stuff. Especially stuff that like they'll talk about it on their channel if they want. But they have like some huge, huge, huge stuff coming up. National stuff that they're gonna be doing. So we just have a lot on the plate. So I'll see y'all in June. But no, I'll come on when I can. But I hope this helps. This is Dr. J, and I'm out. Bye bye.